Good Friday evening, and thank you so much for joining us for Friends at 5. I'm Darci Strickland.
And I'm Alicia Nieves. It's finally Friday, and we begin today with a look at your forecast.
Chief Meteorologist Jim Gandy is standing by now in the Weather Center with a look at the weekend. And Jim, we started off today with a lot of rain.
That's right.
Columbia police are investigating after a body was found in the 5400 block of Forest Drive. That's the area near San Jose's restaurant. Investigators are still working to figure out who the man is and exactly how he died. A scary scene today near the Broad River Bridge off of River Drive. You can see from these pictures that a vehicle is wedged between the rocks there. The Columbia Fire Department tweeted out the pictures. They say the car left the road and went down the embankment. 2 people were inside the vehicle at the time. One was taken to the hospital. It's still not clear what led up to the crash.
Authorities in Spartanburg say they have arrested a man who they believe was involved in 13 sexual assaults in an 8-year time span from 1995 through 2003. The man is 52-year-old Gregory Howard Fry. Authorities say that new DNA evidence linked Fry to the attacks. Fry was arrested on Tuesday and charged in connection to one of the attacks, but more charges are pending against him. One of the police officers wounded in a deadly ambush in Florence has now returned back to work. The Florence County Sheriff's Department says that investigator Sarah Miller returned to full duty on March 25th, 6 months after the shooting. Miller was one of 7 officers wounded on October 3rd when a man ambushed deputies who were at his home for an interview with his son. Florence County investigator Farrah Turner and Police Sergeant Terrence Caraway were killed in this incident. Miller spent 16 days in the hospital before heading to a rehabilitation center.
Tonight, the State Department of Social Services will be doing maintenance on its computer services. The online portal allowing clients to submit electronic food stamp applications will not be working starting now. They said it would start at 5 today. We're told the work should be completed and the system back up and running by noon tomorrow.
Senator Lindsey Graham laid out his agenda as the new Senate Oversight Committee chairman today. The senator delivered remarks at the Republican National Lawyers Association conference at the National Press Club. That includes investigating how a foreign surveillance application was issued for an American citizen, Carter Page, a former Trump campaign associate.
I'm hoping that Attorney General Barr will appoint somebody to look back and see if there was criminality. I can promise you, as oversight chairman, we're going to dig deep to find out how it got so off the rails and take corrective action if necessary.
President Trump is touring the southern U.S. border. Mullalenghi has the latest on the president's newest approach to slow the surge of asylum seekers.
A cheering crowd greeted President Trump when he landed in California to take part in a roundtable discussion in Calexico with law enforcement officers and immigration officials about border security.
There is indeed an emergency on our southern border. It's been loud and clear.
President Trump is also touring the border in Calexico. The White House says the 2-mile section of fencing is the first part of the president's proposed border wall. But some question whether it's new construction or the replacement of an existing barrier that dates back to 2009. President Trump says more is on the way.
We expect to have close to 400 miles done within about 2 years from now. That's a lot.
Thursday, President Trump backed off his threat to shut down the southern border with Mexico, his response to a surge of Central Americans seeking asylum at the border, many of them families.
The system is full, and when it's full, there's nothing you can do. You have to say, I'm sorry, we can't take you.
The president says he has not changed his mind about the situation at the border, but that he'd rather take a different approach. He's threatening 25% tariffs on cars coming into the U.S. and other unspecified economic penalties to counter drug smuggling. Some Republican lawmakers in border states say a shutdown would have been economically damaging.
It would cause as much damage to the U.S. economy as it would to the Mexican economy.
President Trump will also attend a fundraiser in Beverly Hills and will overnight in Las Vegas. Mullalenghi, CBS News, the White House.
Meanwhile, demonstrators gathered at the U.S.-Mexico border to protest the president's border wall and threats to close the border. A large balloon of Mr. Trump wearing only a diaper showed up among the demonstrators in California.
The search for a California woman kidnapped at an African wildlife park has intensified tonight. Authorities in Uganda say Kimberly Sue Endicott and a local driver were taken at gunpoint Tuesday night inside the popular tourist site while on safari. Reports say the hostage takers have since made repeated demands for a ransom of $500,000 using Endicott's cell phone. America's official policy, though, is not to pay kidnappers. The U.S. Embassy is warning Americans in the same area to be very careful. A fire sent 3 people to the hospital, including 2 children. This happened on Birdsong Lane in Saluda County. Few details have been released at this time, but we know SLED, the ATF, Saluda deputies, and the coroner's office are among those investigating the cause of the fire. We'll update the story as soon as we get new information.
The suspect in the murder of a USC student will make his first court appearance later this month. 24-year-old Nathaniel Rowland is charged with murder and kidnapping in the death of 21-year-old Samantha Josephson, a senior at USC. Her first court appearance has now been set for April 22nd. And whether or not you knew USC senior Samantha Josephson, her death made an impact on so many. That's part of a heartfelt message one USC student made on social media.
She didn't know Sammy until she wasn't here any longer. This case took on a deeper meaning for junior Kelsey Mariner, who took to Facebook to express her grief.
It's strange to sit in class today. It's weird that I, like thousands of others, drove to school and parked in my usual place. Russell House is still selling food and professors are still lecturing. But despite the normality of Monday routines, all of us feel different. Empty. Campus is a shared space, a sense of otherness from society. College is apart from normal, a bubble, a space to grow and learn and experience life. But our bubble has been violated. I never knew Samantha, but my heart is bleeding for her and for all the people that knew her and for all the people that didn't know her. My heart is bleeding for women who in 2019 have to suffer the subconscious fear of violence every day, whether they know it or not. Women experience higher rates of anxiety and depression when compared to men because we live in a world where the violent acts against one woman change the sense of safety for women everywhere. I am certain that many men are distraught by what occurred. But they don't have to come up with a game plan. They don't have to picture themselves in a situation and plan for an exit strategy. They don't have to alter their behaviors to feel safe in their environment. We need to make a change to the world, and I'm not sure what it should be. And we shouldn't have to tell women to travel in groups or be extra careful, but this is the world we live in. When you travel today, be mindful. Take time when you're walking to reflect on the world around you. Go through your day slowly. Stop and notice the beauty of nature and the beauty in people. Call your parents, love your friends, send out gratitude to your community. Be gentle with yourself and others, and brainstorm ways to change this world because women all over the world are hurting, and we shouldn't have to be.
Snapchat plans to get into the mobile gaming arena. Yesterday at its summit held in Los Angeles, the company announced Snap Games. It will allow users to play games with their friends through the Snapchat app. And the company also unveiled new original shows and products to help advertisers.
We're on your side today with a recall before you make dinner. ConAgra Brands issued a nationwide recall for cans of Hunt's tomato paste because it could contain mold. The recall covers 6-ounce cans with no salt added. The company says the product may have been damaged after canning, creating the potential for mold. ConAgra says throw it away or return it to the store you bought it at for a full refund. You'll find more information on our website. Just go to WLTX.com.
Consumer Reports has released their picks for best dishwasher detergents.
Yeah, Hillary Lane has more on the products at the top of the pack.
If you're looking to get your dishes sparkling clean, you may want to give your dishwasher detergent a second look. Consumer Reports tested 20 products and found that Cascade Platinum Action Packs are among the top performers at 34 cents per load. But if you're looking for more bang for your buck, the Kirkland Signature Premium Dishwasher Pack sold at Costco also earned an excellent rating at just 11 cents per load.
It prevented, dirt from redepositing on clean dishware. It prevented water spotting, and it also did not allow films to form on the dishes.
Single packs are more expensive than bottled gel.
How did the gels do?
So they didn't do as well performance-wise.
Consumer Reports' Jim Nanny says packs perform better because many contain a pre-treat solution, degreaser and rinse aid that boosts cleaning power.
And you also say that the way you load your dishwasher can determine how clean your dishes get.
Absolutely. If you think about how a dishwasher works, it's spraying water from underneath the dishes. If you stack the dishes in a way that prevents that water from circulating or traps food between the dishware, it's going to remain there through the end of the cycle.
Testing also found that it's best to leave items like fine china, wooden spoons, and sharp knives out of the dishwasher. Hand wash them instead for the best results. Hillary Lane, CBS News, Yonkers, New York.
I could have been the expert in this story. I was telling Alicia that. You knew all of this.
You already do all of that.
I do all of that. I do dishwashers. If you need some tips on how to make your dishwasher more effective, just call me.
Are you the type that rinses before you wash?
All right, so I'm not my mama. I don't wash my dishes and then put them in the dishwasher. But you have to have some water in the sink anyway because you've got to wipe off your counters. So I might spend a little time with the dish in the sink in the soapy hot water, depending on what I just cooked, and maybe some bleach in that water as well. But I knew all of that. I'm a dishwasher expert. Andrew will tell you there are a couple things I know about. I know about dishwashers. And I know about insurance.
Ooh, I believe that.
Yeah, those are two things I knew. But anyway, nobody asked me, so let me tell you what Consumer Report says. They say it is not necessary to pre-rinse your dishes before loading them into your dishwasher. But I just still think it's a good idea.
Yeah, but we still do it. It makes us just for our own sanity. It makes us sleep a little better
at night. It does. At night, you do sleep better, and you should run your dishwasher at night because that's when you aren't using the most power throughout your house, so it'll keep your power bill lower too.
You know what I thought you were going to say?
What?
I thought you were going to say run it at night because it provides that little white noise that you need.
That too. I'm telling you, I know dishwashers.
Well,
our producer's like, next story. Nobody wants to know what you know about dishwashers, Darcy.
Hey, what do you think this is? What does it look like to you? Okay, well, a popular new treat in Germany will have you doing a double take because it looks like a plate of spaghetti, but it's actually vanilla ice cream. It's created by pushing the ice cream through a potato ricer, and then it's placed over whipped cream topped with strawberry sauce to simulate marinara. It's started as a novelty, but now it's the best-selling sundae in most ice cream parlors.
That's cool, something different.
Looks yummy.
All right, well, if you do not like changing the toilet paper roll at home, Charmin is out with the Forever Roll. Now, the roll doesn't last forever, but Charmin says it can last as long as a month. The Forever Roll comes with a free stand if you buy 3 rolls, and you'll need it because regular toilet paper holders aren't strong enough to hold the Forever Roll. Which brings us to our megaphone question of the day. Our newsroom went crazy when we started talking about this.
Well, and people are very divided because if you were to buy a giant Forever roll of toilet paper, would you have the roll go over or under?
Now that question doesn't make sense to you. Think about it. When you pull your toilet paper, do you pull it from over or you pull it from under? Over or under? Which one are you?
Oh my goodness, how would you inconvenience yourself with the under? It's over 24/7. Are you under?
Under. And let me tell you why. Because when I want it, I want it. I want as much as I can get. And if you're doing this, then you're having to pull down over and over again. But if you have under, then you just pull it as...
You can still get as much as you want with the over.
Look at you using 2 hands.
See? I can get as much as I want with over.
I know it sounds silly.
Either hand.
It sounds silly. And the newsroom was divided. I won't say evenly because at this point it's me, Jenna, and our news director who are the undergirls. But we want to know what you think. You can go to the megaphone and let us know. Grab your phone, go to the WLTX app. It's really easy to vote. But you're in the majority. Most people were saying over. I said, I don't care how it is. I just want somebody else in my house to change the roll other than me. Just somebody else. Just somebody else put it on there. Don't put it on top of the empty roll.
Oh, no.
Don't put it on the floor under the empty roll.
Unless it's broken or like a valid reason.
It's not. I just think they were like, hey, mommy will come through in a minute and fix this for us.
Like that one dad who pulled the prank on his kids. He left a $5 bill under trash that was on the floor and no one picked it up.
Okay, so our GM is here. Are you over or under?
I have the patent.
He has the patent and it says? Over.
Over.
We've been doing it wrong.
I'm telling you,
I don't know
over is
anything
so
about
easy
life
no matter
anymore.
which hand you want to use.
I don't know anything about life. I'm all
Endless
wrong on
toilet
this.
paper.
The patent says over. I'm still doing under because I just want as much as I can
I'll
get.
teach you the
All
right way to do it.
There you go, folks. You got time. We're going to do this the entire newscast. So grab your phone. And those under folks, please come on along with me. Let me know I'm not alone in this.
But if you don't, just tweet at us the reason why you decided over or under. Okay.
Right.
If you plan to head out the door this weekend, Chief Meteorologist Jim Gandy has your weekend forecast. Coming up next. A boy from Elgin got a special surprise thanks to Operation Homefront and Monster Jam. News 19's Lauren Thomas has the story.
Shocked and a little confused, 7-year-old Keyston Cunningham got a surprise he'll never forget, a Monster Jam bedroom makeover.
Well, my son is very overwhelmed, but he is truly grateful.
It was all thanks to Monster Jam and Operation Homefront, which is a national nonprofit serving America's military families. Keyston's father is a veteran of the U.S. Air Force. His mother says she is honored that her son was chosen for the room makeover as he's a fan of monster trucks.
We're just so grateful just being, military family that they thought enough of us to come out and do something so wonderful for my son.
Blankets, clothes, and gear lined his room. Keyston also got a special surprise from Monster Jam driver Lindsay Reed.
We just want to give back because their dad is a veteran. He served for us, and so we wanted to give to them and show them that we appreciate everything that they've done for our country.
She brought with her a Gravedigger truck just for Keyston and tickets to Friday night's show, where she'll be driving Scooby-Doo.
It is a fan favorite for sure. Kids watch the show all the time, and then they get to come and see Scooby-Doo whole and in the flesh.
It's such a big deal, and I'm so honored that we were able to meet them. My children were able to meet her and really just know somebody who actually drives one of these great big monster trucks.
While Keyston was speechless, his little sister, she helped him get accustomed to his new ride.
I love trucks. My daughter loves trucks. We're a family of trucks as well, so yeah, this is great.
In Elgin, Lauren Thomas, News 19, WLTX.
If you want to see Monster Jam, they'll be at the Colonial Life Arena at 7 tonight and again tomorrow night with a pre-pit party also at 10:30 in the morning. Tickets are available at Ticketmaster and at the Colonial Life Arena.
I was about to say, I'm sure there are a lot of little boys who are really excited to be there, but then I thought about it, it's probably some little girls that are pretty excited to be there tomorrow as well and tonight.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Big
big trucks are for girls too.
Yes, they are.
All right, folks, stay with us. Coming up after the break, Chief Meteorologist Jim Gandy has a look at your weekend forecast.
The Gamecock football team will be hitting the field tomorrow. The annual Garnet and Black spring game is being held at Williams-Brice Stadium. The gates open at 10:30. Kickoff is scheduled for noon. Some former Gamecock lettermen will join in on the fun, playing a game of flag football in the stadium at 11 a.m. Admission is free. Tomorrow and Sunday, the 24th Annual Columbia International Festival is happening at the State Fairgrounds. There will be food from all around the world, over 90 national exhibits, food vendors, and performers. This year's festival is highlighting Germany and German-speaking countries. The event will be open tomorrow from 10 a.m. until 7 p.m. and then again Sunday from noon until 7. Admission is $7. Active military and kids 12 and under get in free. This weekend, hundreds will take over the historic Columbia Speedway in Casey for the 6th annual Tartan Day South. The festival will feature an array of different events honoring Celtic heritage in the Midlands. The main event is the Highland Games, which athletes participate in activities such as sword fighting and axe throwing. Gates open at 8:30 tomorrow. Parking is $5 and tickets are $15, but kids 12 and under get in free. You can get your exercise on tomorrow for a good cause. It's all for the annual Midlands Heart Walk. Everyone is encouraged to participate. Check-in starts at 8 a.m. with the walk beginning at 9:30 at the Colonial Life Arena. You can celebrate Easter early this weekend, too, at the 50th Annual Cottontail Festival. The family fun event will start at 10 a.m. and it ends at 2 p.m. at North Springs Park. That's located on Clemson Road in Columbia. There will be Easter egg hunts for all ages and lots of activities, games, arts and crafts, and even live bunnies. The event is free and open to everyone. Tomorrow, Epworth Children's Home is hosting its annual Cookout for Kids barbecue fundraiser. This will be from 11 until 3 in the afternoon at Epworth, located on Millwood Avenue in Columbia. Prices range from $5 for a kid's plate up to $30 for a whole Boston butt. All the money benefits Epworth.
All right, so the votes are in, and Yeah, you guys are going over. You're going over with it.
I think I'm more surprised by the people who don't care.
They're probably just like me. They just want somebody else to put the toilet paper on the roll.
Oh, well, that
they
would
really
be
don't
nice.
care which direction it goes. But I really thought there was going to be more people who say under. But our general manager, who is, if he is nothing, he is full of wisdom and sometimes useless facts, found the 1891 patent on toilet paper, and the patent shows it going over. So there you have it. Facts. That's what you get on Friends at 5.
I really enjoyed this conversation.
I'm glad
I feel like I'm
you
learning
did.
so much more about you.
I am so glad you did.
But if I ever go visit your house and
You're
you have
gonna
the under one, I'm going to flip
my
them for
toilet
you.
paper.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
put them the right way. All right, country music fans, Miranda Lambert's going to be here. She's going to bring her roadside bars and pink guitars tour to the Colonial Life Arena. The concert will be Friday, November 8th. Tickets go on sale next Friday, April 12th at 10 a.m. Also performing with Lambert will be Maren Morris, Pistol Annies, and Tennille Towns.
And train commuters got a surprise this morning in Ireland. A dog got on the train by himself, took a ride. Passengers gave him the temporary name of Amish. Once he arrived with hundreds of commuters in Dublin, the train station staff began the search for his owner. Irish Rail has since announced that the owner has been found, and the pup's real name is actually Tyson. He's been given a microchip so he can be easily found if he decides to take another train trip. Because, sometimes you just want to get away. You want a little break from reality. And Tyson was just he wanted to see some other things.
That's a smart dog.
To ride a train and not disturb anybody?
I bet he didn't have to pay either.
Look out the window. I think he probably hopped the train. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he hopped the train. So there you go.
Good for him.
Thank you for being my friend today.
Thank you. Always a pleasure, Darcy.
All right, folks, that's going to do it for Friends at 5. Don't go anywhere. We're going to leave you with a look at why we love calling the Midlands home.